Welcome back, everybody, to the IntricateAffect Attack of the B Team server. This is one Fred Jones. Now, I got a lot of fun stuff to do this episode, and I'm really excited. This Attack of the B Team stuff has got me hooked. So, and I know I said that I was going to try to alternate Vanilla and Attack of the B Team, but that's probably not going to happen this week. So, let's go ahead and get started here. I want to show you guys around and show you what I've done since last episode. So in here are our spawner rooms. Now, I've got two witches. That's the one we set up last episode. And there's another one we set up. They're identical. And then up here on the left, we have a blaze set up. Now, I used different blocks in here. Monkey Boy said it probably looks like a bathroom. Yeah, I don't think it looks like a bathroom. But they're working very well. Now I've got this one all set up. I wanted to finish it with you guys, so left one block out there, and then on top of that block's where the spawner will go. And then we've got to put down on this. All this has changed, of course. This is a tank I ended up having to use because I couldn't figure out how to use this one. But as you can see, I've got this one working now. It's got to be take its input from the top. So that's how those work. Now this one says it holds 64,000 millibuckets, and then this big old tank here only holds 16,000. So I'll probably use these guys, and if you put them on top of each other, they do stack. So only problem is you need ender pearls. And these are pretty expensive to build. These are not nearly as expensive to build. So, but I think it'll be worth it. So anyways, we got this items going into here. We're doing pretty good. It's got to rain and thunder and everything else when I start recording. But we're doing pretty good here with the mob drops. Of course, these things did not come from Blaze. All this other stuff did. Getting lots and lots of blaze rods. And then on the other side over here, we're getting lots and lots of witch drops. All kinds of glowstone. I love it. So today's episode, though, after we get this last blaze spawner all set up, is going to be about organizing all of our items and processing these items so they can be turned into energy. So let's go ahead and get this guy set up. First thing, I got this grinder built. We're just going to throw him down right here, like so. Now, I've got onward facing blocks set to away, so it automatically sets in there like I want it. The thing we have to do is we need to turn this guy right here. See that it's pointing inward? We want it pointing outward. Look at that. Just like this guy right here is. So I've closed it all in, as you can tell. We used to have to go through this hole to get all the way to the top, but we don't have to do that anymore. And I've got all this piped where it's working currently. But we want to take these items automatically over. Now, the mob essence is going to actually be stored up here because we're going to use it on our last spawner that we build later on right here on the end. It's going to require mob essence to run. So all of our items will come down to this end, and then they'll drop down here, and there'll be like a processing area in here. And what we'll want to do is maybe discard the hearts and the lungs and all that goofy stuff. The sticks we can burn in furnaces. The bottles will probably save. Of course, the potions will probably save. The sugar we could probably do something with. We can definitely use the redstone and the gunpowder. So we got to process it, get it sorted, and get it processed. Now, I've already set up. Let's see, how many do we have? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 6. Wow. And that one right there is just a steam dynamo. These ones are the ones that are the reactant dynamos. Now this one I've been using gunpowder for a reactant because I didn't have the blaze spawner set up whenever I got that one going. But this one down here, we've got blaze powder. Now the blaze powder lasts over twice as long as the gunpowder does. So we definitely need to use blaze powder. But now that I've shown you around, and don't worry about this guy here. This is something we'll talk about later. I wanted to see if a comparator would work. And I apologize for that crackling noise. I promise you next episode there will be no crackling noise. It's getting ridiculous and it's driving me nuts. computer set up. I probably won't record anything else until I get my new computer, so the crackling noise will be gone. But anyways, I wanted to set up to see if a comparator would give redstone signal based off how much power was in one of these cells, and it does. So we definitely need that. Oh, and then I set this guy up over here to make me obsidian. I got tired of chasing down obsidian all the time. So I just got an igneous extruder set up to make obsidian. Magma crucible, you just put in cobblestone or something like that. It'll turn it into lava. The lava drops into there. Of course, I've got down here this water pipe running from the aqueous accumulator all the way up to the top there. So it's got constant water. We just have to give it lava and it makes us obsidian. So that's pretty cool. But anyways, so let's go make our porta spawner. Now, last time we used the block teleporter and the target cards. Of course, we can't do that today because we're doing intra-dimensional transport. So that's your crafting recipe. It takes a nether star, invar ingots, all that good stuff. Now this works like a safari net. So we just go in the nether, right click with this guy, it picks up the spawner, come back over here, right click it on the block we want it on, and we're in business. So let's go ahead and run over there and do that. Or actually, I'll probably just meet you guys over there. And I'll show you how this thing works. Alright guys, we're over at the nether fortress, and these spawners, they were one right here and one right here. But Sig wanted to move them because they were causing problems with his wither skeleton hunting. So I already grabbed one. Here's the other one. We'll just go in real quick. Right click on him. Boom. Now we've got a blaze spawner in here. And then we'll run back to the portal. Yeah, so check these guys out right here. There's a monkey boy and a Fred. Fred's holding a zombie head and monkey boy's holding a creeper. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's go set this blaze spawner in. And I'll probably get a bunch of rubber banding setback lag as I come to the portal. See, it drops me way down here. And then... Okay. Uh-oh. I'm going to return any second now. Maybe not. Oh, yep, there I am. Back in the portal. Fly! Alright, now that I fell 400 blocks. So we'll go up here and we'll just drop this guy in. Now, the cool thing about this is it's a lot easier than the... Oh, we know what we need to grab before we do this. Let's grab one piece of glass. Okay. And then we can go in here, bust out our torches. Drop right down. Get that. Okay, I think we're all set. Find my escape route. Should be okay though. I need to get that block underneath it anyways. Boom. Alright, now we're out. Easy enough, right? Now we're going to be collecting blaze rods for days. I need to figure out a better way of getting around over here. I'm actually thinking about setting up everything in a manner that will allow a person to walk around where you don't have to fly. So let's make sure we've got power to this guy. And we do. And it's working. Make sure that the drops go through the pipe like they're supposed to. Kill those guys. There it is. There it goes. Cool. This is all set up. Alright, so now I need to get a bunch of things built, put together, crafted, before we can, really continue with the episode. So I'm going to go ahead and get everything I need put together, and when we come back, we'll get our piping all set up and start our little processing spot down here. Now, I do want to mention, though, we filled this thing up really fast. Even whenever we were just running the gunpowder. So it's going to work really well. I am a little worried about overusing resources, because even after this thing gets full, these dynamos will continue to run. They have a internal battery in them right here. So, and it will drain over time. If this is not running, this will drain over time. So it'll drain a little bit and then it'll start working, and then it'll drain a little bit and it'll start working. So that's something we're going to have to fix, and that's why I've got the comparator set up right here. We're probably going to use some old Minecraft technology, regular old Minecraft technology, to prevent from losing any resources. See, if you look here, you can set these up to where they are controlled by a redstone signal. So that's what we're going to do on that. But that's maybe in a later episode. We may not get to that today. Our big thing today is we want to get that all automated, get all of our drops going where they're supposed to be going and getting processed like they need to be processed. So I'm going to get some work done here, and I'll see you in a second. Alright guys, I made some changes over here, and I did quite a bit of testing. We started really filling up on mob essence, so I thought we should see how it does in our dynamos. So I've actually moved the tank over there. It won't stay there, this is just temporary. And I piped all of our mob essence into that tank. And then I also now have all of our drops coming from our blaze all the way down this line into a little sorting system over here. I'll show you the sorting system real quick. So all the drops go into this pipe right here from each one of the spawners. And if you'll notice, I've got servos in each one of these pneumatic servos. Pretty cool. You're supposed to click on them with an empty hand, so click on there. And see, on this one I've got blaze rods whitelisted, so the only thing going in this chest should be blaze rods. And then I think I got stuff blacklisted in this one because for some reason I was getting these items and I didn't want them in this chest. This is the everything else chest, if you will. We'll need to separate and sort this one again later. And then glowstone in this one, and then I think gunpowder, sugar, and redstone in this one. So it's really cool. These pipes can be a little bit glitchy though, so be careful when you're using them. Sometimes if you unload the chunks, I think, and they're connected to something like this grinder, the grinder will act like it's not connected to a pipe. So I don't know if it's a grinder thing or a pipe thing, but it's one of the two. Had a little bit of trouble with that. Whenever I changed that over, it was giving me heck. But that's pretty cool. I got the sorting system pretty much all figured out. I may actually change one thing. And see, the blaze rods come in on this line, so that I put them there first. I might actually change that over to, and I think I need to actually do that, to glowstone. So I might have to run the blaze rods all the way over here, which is really not that bad of an idea. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I'll bring you guys back. All right, I got it all set up. Now we've got glowstone here, glowstone, blaze rods here. Should have done that in the first place. Oh, I don't know what I was thinking. So now we need to start working on processing it. Now I'll show you the tanks and everything over here. One thing I found by running these dynamos off of this mob essence is that we have too many spawners. I probably could have pulled this off with one witch spawner and one blaze spawner. So I'll probably have to figure out a way to disable these. The witches won't be too hard because they require a lower light level than the blaze, but we'll get it figured out. I'll do something so we can disable them. I mean, we've got plenty of resources. We're going to have way too much power. So I think if we pop this guy right there, which is our magma crucible, that's going to turn our glowstone into liquid glowstone. And then we configure it to accept items from the top, that's fine. And we'll want to go out the bottom like that. And then everything else we can just close. Now it's getting power from that right there. Beautiful. And then I think we just go item duct from the bottom. I'm not sure if this is going to work or not. I haven't tried to pull out of the bottom yet. let's see. Let's right click on that. I'm not getting anything out. Now I need a lever. Throw a lever right there. Flip that on. Oh, there we go. It's pumping it in there. Okay, so let's go ahead and shut it off. So we need to put a servo in there. We need to limit the amount of glow. See how it's right there? It says stuffed items glowstone 59. Put a servo in. We're going to slow this guy down. You can tell it how much to pull out at a time, and right now it's set at a stack. So we want it to pull out one at a time. We're going to have to break this guy, actually. We're going to have to do that again. So we'll break him and get our glowstone back. Wow. And it goes fast. It goes really fast. Okay, let's go up. Set him right there. Okay, drop our servo in here. Now, when you configure these, you have to do it with an empty hand. I can't remember if I told you guys that in the last segment or not. So, if you do shift right click, it goes, you know, it does it half. It goes up the same way. If you just clicked on it, left clicked on it, it would take forever. So, okay, that's configured like that. And then out the bottom, we want to go into this tank right here. Now we'll move this tank later, of course, and we'll most likely have to expand that tank. But down, yeah, it's automatically pulling it out, which is awesome. Now it should just automatically go into the tank, but it's not. There it goes. Just took it a second. Did it empty? No. What do we got in here? Okay, it's still pumping it through. It's not telling me how much is in it, though. I wonder why. That's interesting. I'll have to check that out later. So, we'll get this full. I'm going to empty this tank first using the dynamos. And I may not even empty the whole thing, you know. Once we get completely set up here, we'll go ahead and move this guy to the other end. So I think that's going to work out pretty well for us. Oops. Now I could just go up top, turn this guy on. Now let's see how it keeps up. Did I not configure that right? No. There we go. Okay, now it's pulling out one at a time. See how it keeps up. So that's about what we want it to do. We'll kind of have to keep an eye on it, because it is getting items faster than it can cook them. Okay, so that's cool. I wish it would tell me how much, because if you look here, it says we have 14,750, and this one it says 0. When we can clearly see there's stuff in the tank. I wonder if we look at a lower tank if it'll tell us anything. Oh, there we go. Okay, so once it gets up a little bit higher, we'll be able to tell how much is in it. Awesome. All right. Okay, so that's part 1 of part 1. The only thing really to do from here is pipe it over to our dynamos in a similar fashion we have going on here. So, I need some cobblestone. I don't have any. We can go make some cobblestone real quick. Go over here. Punch a hole in the wall. We need a hole right there anyways. And then grab some sticks. Or a stick anyways. So one thing about these, which we'll never ever have to make a stick again. Alright, so lever. So basically I've got this one configured over here to where it needs a redstone signal before it will remove any of that fluid from there. And that's just how I've been controlling the dynamos. I just, whenever that resident entity cell up there gets full, then I come down here and I shut it off. So there it goes, it's flowing, it's working. This will not fill up until the resident energy cells are full. So I went and added another one. because we were generating so much power, we weren't using it as fast as I was generating it. And then we've got this one right here. Even with us cooking glowstone over there and everything else we got going on, this is just going to climb. So, like I said, we really overdone it. I really need to, or I overdone it. I shouldn't include you guys in that. You had nothing to do with it. Really overdone with the, oh, now we're having a problem. See, this is one of the problems I was having with the pipe. Okay, see how it says idle right here? It's because these grinders have items in them, and these pipes are not piping them out. So it stops working until it has somewhere to go with that stuff. So I've been really messing with that. I see what the Blazer doing the same thing. Looks like the Blazer dying. Those died over there. Those died there. Yeah, so it's funny. These pipes are kind of quirky. Now, I'm going to try something real quick. Well, Monkey Boy's over here, so we can't unload the chunks. Let me try this trick, and hopefully I don't die. One way I've been fixing these is taking out the grinder, flying in, grabbing it, and resetting it. Okay, now I think it's working again. Yep, now it's killing them again. So for whatever reason, the grinder decided that it didn't have a pipe connected to it, or the pipe decided it wasn't connected to the grinder. Something wasn't talking there. Let's see if it works that easily with this one. I want to keep jumping for. Okay, place them down. So I need to figure out what's causing that. Okay, now that one's working, it looks like. Yep, now it's working again. And I don't know why it does that. Did this thing go idle or do it again? Oh, it did. Probably the best thing to do in this situation, it's just overloaded. That's all there is to it. You get that many witches in there at one time, it gets overloaded. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can't get Monkey Boy to leave the area, and I'll leave the area so these guys can despawn. We'll come back and see what it does. Alright, Monkey Boy and I both flew out of the area. Hopefully these guys despawn and we can see what's happening now. Okay, yeah, they despawn. Let's see what happens when they start spawning now. No, we're still jammed up. So let's try this again. Oh, that guy's all the way in there. Let me down. Okay, now it's killing them, but it's already... Dang it. I don't know. I'm going to have to figure it out, guys. There's something that's causing a problem there. These guys, and it did it to me with these guys earlier today too, so it isn't specific to the witches. We'll just have to figure it out. Let's look at this. Okay, we're doing fine. It's keeping up normally. Kind of missed the old feed the beast buildcraft pipes. So we're doing pretty well there. I'm gonna just let that keep going. And then I'm going to go ahead and shut this guy off because those energy cells will get full, which that one's at 39 million. So it only needs about 10 million left to fill. And just what we have in the pipes down here and what's in the dynamo right now, that'll generate 10 million, no problem. So we'll figure out a way to do it automatically just based off of that. I also set this little deal up here. I was putting blaze powder in here and trying to figure out a good way to automatically load these dynamos with blaze powder. But that's something else I'll have to look into later. So the other thing we'll have to do, and we don't have time for it in this episode, is we're going to set up one of these cyclic assemblers. And basically they work like an auto crafting table. They require power, but we can pipe in a blaze rod and tell it to output blaze powder. So it'll automatically make blaze powder out of our rods. We'll just have to hook it up just like we did with this magma crucible here. Do it in line with that guy right there. And then we can pipe our blaze powder straight over to the dynamos. So, like I said, we got way too much power already, and we haven't even, really broke into the full. This was doing it too, huh? We haven't even broke into the full thing. So, hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. I hope you guys learned something today. I got my new computer, or I got my computer all built and everything. It's running amazingly. I'm really happy. If you'll notice in the second half of this episode, there was no crackling noise. Yeah, I'm pretty happy. So, I'm probably going to go nuts crazy between episodes here and get a lot of work done and show you everything we got going on. This Attack of the B Team, Feed the Beast, modded stuff, it takes a lot of trial and error. There's not a whole lot of information out there for Attack of the B Team right now. So even if I wanted to go look at tutorials and do whatever, that stuff's probably not even out there really. So I'm going to learn as much as I possibly can and come back and show you guys what I've learned. But I want to thank you guys for watching. And remember, I love you, all 5 of you.